Both Ron and I witnessed the unimaginable. We both had our eyes opened and our hearts broken by war, and we both survived. We survived to tell our stories in the hopes that our stories might help shape a future of peace. It is with great honor that I present to you Ron Kovic. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. It's a wonderful night. I'd like to just take a moment and I'd like to recognize Jeannie Myers, the co-founder. Where is Jeannie right now? Jeannie, would you please stand up?
There.
Jeannie Myers. We can't thank you enough, Jeannie, for everything you do. You're the heartbeat of my hero. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'd also like to recognize two great peacemakers who have been committed to peace and nonviolence all of their lives. They're inspirations to me. They're my heroes. And they're here tonight. I'm so happy they were able to make it tonight. Teresa and Blaise Bonpane. Would you please raise your hand, stand up? Teresa and Blaise Bonpane. Great to have you tonight. We chose this film. Tard Carter had the courage to change. It's not easy to become a peacemaker. Martin Luther King once said that silence was betrayal. Silence is betrayal. Tard Carter chose not to be silent. And when he got out of prison, he went back into that violent-ridden community. And he challenged that community as a peacemaker. A peacemaker must be willing to risk. And there are often consequences to peacemaking. Sometimes you go to jail. Sometimes other things happen. Sometimes you lose friends. But Tard Carter knew that something needed to be done. He knew about the violence. He had lost many friends. So he made that difficult decision to step over that line. And that's why this film is so important, because it speaks to all of us. It speaks to our conscience. It speaks to the importance of all of us being able to recognize injustice when we see it, wrong when it's being committed, a war that should not be fought, crimes that are being committed in our name that should not happen, and the courage it takes to raise your voice, to step over that line. I remember the year before Dr. King was assassinated, and I believe it was April 4th, 1967, was it? At the Riverside Church in New York. He gave a speech. I believe the speech was called his Beyond Vietnam speech. And Dr. King that day, he spoke about the difficulty that it was to speak against the war. It was his coming out for the first time against the war. And he received a tremendous amount of flack, a tremendous amount of criticism for opposing that war from many different factions, many different groups, even people he was associated with, his own allies, his own supporters. And it took a great deal of courage for Dr. King to speak out. I think we have to find the peacemaker within ourselves. And we have to find, especially today, when the issues are so painfully difficult, we have to find the courage to raise our voices, to speak out, and to be willing to risk. That's why blessed is the peacemaker. is the winner of the Peace Prize this year. I'm proud to be with all of you, and I hope you get a chance to see the entire film. God bless all of you, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.